Terence Crawford suddenly decides belts are trash right after the WBC comes after him for the six-figure sanctioning fees. At the exact same time, Congress is holding hearings saying boxing is in trouble, and Lonnie Ali, Muhammad Ali's widow, is begging lawmakers to fix the sport. And somehow, the only man who really benefits from all this chaos is Turki Alalshikh, the new puppet master of boxing. That's not just bad luck for the WBC. That looks like a damn script. Today, on Boxing's Dirty Secret, we're breaking down whether Bud is really a rebel, calling out corruption, or just doing Turkey's bidding while a new boxing empire gets built behind the scenes. So buckle up. We're going for Bud's belt collection, to the WBC taxman, to Congress, to Netflix, to that Saudi money, to the man holding the puppet strings. By the end of this, you're going to have to answer one question for me. Who's really running boxing? First, let's get something straight. Terence Crawford didn't become undisputed by accident. He climbed every ladder those sanctioning bodies put in front of him. The WBC, the WBA, the IBF, the WBO. He collected them like jewelry. He posed with them.
Everybody says the belts don't matter. How much do they matter to you tonight?
Belts matter. You know, I'm the only one that can be labeled as champion at 140, and that's a big deal to me.
And he paid every fee that came with them. For years, Crawford played the game exactly like every other champion before him. So when you hear him now talking about no more belts,
got a lot
no
to say
more fees, don't act like this is some damn lifelong principle.
Him.
This is a man who squeezed every last drop of status and leverage out of that exact same system until something better came along. Here's where everything changes. Enter Turki Alalshikh's Saudi money, baby. Government backing and a vision to control the entire sport of boxing. Crawford didn't just randomly show up in this era. He became one of the faces of it. Saudi supercards, massive purses, smiling photos next to Turkey. When you're getting paid directly by one man, those old fees stop looking like a necessary evil and start looking like competition to your new boss. If you're Turkey, why would you ever want 4 sanctioning bodies, 4 sets of politicians, and 4 sets of rules when you can build one empire where every fight, every belt, every payday runs through you? Turkey never has to say a word about the WBC in public. All he needs is for the biggest star in the sport to start telling fans,
The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby.
Right when those belts
Mauricio,
are
got a lot to say
for him.
about.
Now, while Crawford is publicly cooking the WBC over a 6-figure fee, something else is happening that the mainstream boxing media barely talks about. Congress finally shines a light on sanctioning body corruption. Lonnie Ali, Muhammad Ali's widow, tells lawmakers that boxing is in trouble and needs to be cleaned up.
This legislation has the potential to create countless opportunities for young athletes while establishing the safety standards and ethical practices that should have been in place long ago. It can help restore boxing's position as a respected American sport.
Now, if you drew this on a damn whiteboard, Congress, Ali Act, WBC looking greedy, And Bud turning on the belt system, it doesn't look random. It looks coordinated. Now, while Congress debates whether boxing needs more oversight, listen to the solution Crawford is selling the fans. Forget the belts, forget the bodies, just follow the money. Now, let's zoom out even further. Netflix just sealed a massive deal with Warner Brothers Discovery after weeks of speculation that Saudi Arabia's public investment fund might get involved. Now, some politicians and media voices are already sounding the alarm about concentration of power, streaming monopolies, and Saudi money quietly buying influence in global entertainment. As I mentioned before, they just purchased EA Sports. Now, flip that lens back to boxing. What is Turkey doing if not trying to become the Netflix of the sport? One platform, one wallet, one schedule, one man deciding who fights, where they fight, and who gets rich. In streaming, the concern is Saudi money and giant platforms circling each other, consolidating content so a few players control everything. In boxing, Turkey is running that same play straight out in the open, locking down heavyweights, locking down super fights, making sure if it matters, it happens under Saudi lights. So when Crawford tells you, forget the belts, forget the old system, just follow the big money,
I think he should have talked about it, you know, before, because now he's before when he needed him, he wasn't talking like
understand
this.
what he really means. Consolidation does not clean up corruption, it only crowns the king of it. So now let's put all the pieces together. Past Crawford was quiet. He paid his fees, chased every strap,
all this jewelry I got.
played nice with the belts because he needed them. Turkey era Crawford doesn't need belts to get leverage anymore. He has something more powerful, direct access to the man writing the biggest checks in the sport. Now, when he trashes sanctioning fees, it sounds like rebellion. It sounds like a fighter finally standing up for the little guy. But who actually benefits when fans stop caring about belts and start caring only about where the money is? Not the fighters stuck outside that Saudi bubble, not the smaller promoters, not the regional scene either. The beneficiary is the one man positioning himself as boxing's only must-see destination, Turki Alalshikh. Crawford looks like a rebel on the surface, but listen closely and you'll hear he's selling you the exact model Turkey needs. One boss, one platform, one ring to rule them all. Because at the end of the day, who really runs boxing? The WBC, Congress, Netflix, or the man with unlimited money, political cover, and the biggest stars in his pocket? Now it's your turn. Is Bud a real rebel exposing a broken system, or the perfect mouthpiece for boxing's new king? You let me know in the comments section who really runs boxing now.